Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see how to repot a bonsai. I am sure many of you would have got mesmerized by the beauty of a bonsai and would have brought back at least one bonsai from nursery and might be wondering, is repotting necessary? And if so, when and how do I repot my bonsai? And the answer is yes. Repotting is must for any kind of bonsai, but when to repot? It depends on the size of the container and the type of the plant. Normally, as a general rule of thumb, every 1.5 years to 2 years you will have to repot if your tree is young. And in case of mature trees, if you find the aerial roots growing out, then every 4 to 5 years once you will have to repot. This ficus bonsai is with me for the last 8 years and it's been almost 2 years now since I've changed its pot. So I thought I'll repot and show it in front of you so that it will be useful for everyone. Repotting doesn't literally mean changing the pot. It actually means changing the soil. If you want to use the same pot, you can very well go ahead. In this video, I am going to explain in detail how and when to repot a bonsai. To start with, carefully loosen the soils on the sides of the pot for lifting the tree. And for loosening the soil, you can either use a spatula or if you don't have a spatula, the best option is use the backside of a spoon. Very slowly and carefully remove the tree from the pot. Be very gentle while you are removing it. At this stage, we can determine whether repotting is required or not. See, the tree is out now. Once you have removed the tree from the pot, carefully examine the roots. And if you find the roots circling around themselves, then it is time for repotting. See how the roots have circled? See how thick and dense the roots have grown? Looks like they have not even space for the soil itself. And this is the right time for repotting. If you leave the plant unnoticed at this stage, then there are chances that the tree might starve due to lack of nutrients. Once you have confirmed that the tree requires repotting, start removing as much as the old soil as possible, starting from the sides and gradually moving towards the bottom. You can knock the soil out from the root either using your fingers or if you want to use any tool, you can go for root hook. And if you don't have a root hook, you can very well look for any blunt object like the back of the spoon or the chopsticks or any other tool that basically shouldn't harm the roots while untangling. Try to remove as much as the old soil as possible, and if you find any weeds growing in the soil, remove them also. After untangling the roots, prune back some of the longer roots to keep the tree from outgrowing its pot. Keep examining the roots while untangling, and if you find any roots that appear to be rotten, remove them. As a general rule of fact, avoid removing more than 20 to 25% of the total roots. You can use scissors for pruning. The root pruning is important for balancing the growth of your bonsai. Once the roots are pruned, the tree is now ready for planting. As discussed earlier, if you want to reuse the same pot, please go ahead, but just brush it and give it a rinse before reusing. I've chosen a round shaped pot. Now, for repotting, cover the drainage hole with a stone and you can use some mesh. If you don't have a mesh, you can go for coconut husk. The main purpose for using the coconut husk or mesh is that it prevents the soil from being washed away through the hole while watering. Another reason is that it also prevents the bugs from getting into the pot through the hole. Now, place some soil in the bottom of the pot in an even layer. Always remember to add new soil that is rich in nutrients and never reuse the old soil. You can use the bonsai soil which is available in stores, or if you don't have bonsai soil, you can use a mix of garden soil and the compost. The compost that I have made is not ready yet, so I've used cow dung. Add some more soil if you want. Now carefully place the tree in the pot. Place the tree in such a way that it is exactly in the center in case of round pot, or if you are choosing a oval or rectangular pot, place it a bit off center so that you get a good viewing angle. Gently spread the roots so that they get enough room for breathing and growth. Once we are done with the positioning of the root, now fill the pot with the soil. Spread the soil in all directions so that the root is fully covered, and spread it evenly. This is the same garden soil, and while adding the soil, hold the tree firmly so that the tree doesn't change its position. And another thing that you have to keep in mind is that while adding the soil, the root should be completely covered and no air pocket should be left in between the roots. Gently pat the soil, but don't compress it too much. Add more soil if you want, and then spread it evenly so that the roots are not exposed outside. Gently pat it. Make sure you fill the soil up to the rim of the pot. And once you're done with this, the next step is covering the soil surface with moss. These are natural moss that I've collected from my backyard. You can easily look for it around your house, anywhere near the place where the water flows. For placing it on soil, take the moss, dip it in water. See? Dip it in water like this and then place it on top of soil. If you have moss in the form of sheet, then you can just repeat this process and then line it up. Not every time you will be getting the moss in the form of sheet. Sometimes while removing the natural moss, chances are that you get them in form of bits and pieces or scrambled. Nothing to worry about that. If you're getting it in this form of scramble, just take the moss and you can sprinkle it on top of the soil. See how I'm doing it now? See, you can sprinkle it like this. One thing that you have to keep in mind is that while sprinkling it, none of the soil portion should be exposed. You have to just cover the entire soil portion with the moss. And don't worry if you're using the scrambled moss, just place the tree in partial sunlight for 2 weeks with regular watering and the moss will start growing on its own. Once the moss starts growing, it will give a beautiful aesthetic look to your tree. The main reason for covering the soil with moss is because it prevents the soil from getting dehydrated by retaining the moisture content. Another reason is it protects the plant from birds, which actually dig through the soil looking for insects. Thereby, there are chances that it might damage the root as well. So, this moss serves mainly two purposes, and apart from that, it also gives a beautiful aesthetic look, and it looks like the tree has been planted on a grass once the moss starts growing. Just see to it you cover with the moss in every nook and corner so that the roots are not exposed and the soil doesn't get dried up. I think we are done. See how beautiful it is looking. Wow. Bonsai is an art of growing tree in miniature. See how beautiful it is, and this moss gives a wonderful addition to it. I hope you like my video. Going forward, if you find any of your plants in your garden that require repotting, don't wait for the gardener or the mali to come. Just go ahead. And if you face any difficulty in repotting, please do post your queries in the comment section. Let's get connected to nature. I hope the video was useful to you. If you really like my video, please do like, subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you.